If this is a support beam in your house, this is a perfect door for you. You have a gas stove or an electric stove.
Yeah, gas stove.
A gas stove, so you need to make sure it's secured because you wouldn't want it to slide across the room and burst the hose that feeds the gas.
What about shoes by your bedside? We learned that in LA too, because with Northridge, 4 in the morning, you start scrambling. Right?
If I had nowhere else to go, okay, I'm going to at least do this.
Very good.
And hold on to this chair.
That's good.
Okay? Because you know what? Yeah, maybe something's going to hit my back, but it's not going to hit my head.
Okay.
An interior wall.
Right.
It's a weight-bearing wall, so it's better. I certainly wouldn't want to be against that wall.
Right.
So if all I had was to, you know, be somewhere, I'm going to be against the wall and I'm going to cover my head and neck like this. And I'm going to wait till the shaking stops. So they have different types of fasteners that you can buy that will at least help. You could, you know, have a strap, a Velcro strap that would strap to the side and to the handles and secure it. Okay, so here we have 40 usable gallons of water. Right?
Yeah.
Right, that's drinkable water.
Now we'll talk about shutting off the utilities. If the quake is like a 5.3 to a 5.5, you should shut your water off to your house. And then you have your gas shut off here?
Right there, yeah.
Okay. So just so you
I
know
knew
that's
that.
that.
In my garage, I bought a brand new garbage bin, never been used, that I loaded up with some things that are on wheels that when I evacuate and, you know, and have to get out, I can kind of bring a few things with me.
Okay.
And really, if you have to go to a shelter, that's the goal, that you bring a little bit with you until the shelter kind of augments whatever it is. And then there's the ultimate goal, which is that you stay in your home. Because that's really the goal. And then your daily pantry, if it's kept with some additional stock in it, that's where you would be going. You know, you don't want to be going down to your basement and open up that, you know, your suitcase on wheels or your garbage bin if you ended up, you know, with being able to stay in your home after something happens. So I really think in terms of like just practical loading. I mean, a little powdered milk. Okay, we never use powdered milk, but if cereal's our mainstay and you have extra in your pantry and you have some powdered milk and you have your bottled water, then it's going to bridge you through the time that you don't have the things, and you're going to be more comfortable with the things that you're more used to. And in terms of kids not breaking their routine, they're still having some familiarity. That's going to be really important. For moms that you're talking to, is that we're talking about this widespread earthquake, right? We can't get to San Francisco and the bridge is out, but whatever happens to you, that is a disaster. And if you've done kind of some of the things that we talked about today or that are on the web resources that you use, then you'll be able to address whatever it is. And in San Francisco, some of the smaller ones were that we had this rock slide that just came down on a few homes in our North Beach neighborhood. But those people's homes were red tagged. They were given 10 minutes to go in and get what they needed and come out. And so it didn't affect everyone, and a lot of people didn't hear about it. But that, you know, having done that, if those people had done those things and they had small children, they had 10 minutes and they had that backpack by the door, and then they could get a few other things, you know, the documents, the birth certificates for your kids, your other backup things, and if you can get that out quickly, then that's going to be really important. We have a few areas of our city that get flooding every time it rains really hard. And nobody thinks of San Francisco as an area that like is prone to widespread flooding, but their basements were flooding with sewage-ridden water. So if you live in an area that's low-lying and that's where your earthquake hit is, then you're going to want to move it. And if you live in an area that's pretty much not going to have that experience. So, I mean, everything's personalized and individualized, but if it's you, even if it's just a house fire, if it's you, then the steps that you're taking in this preparedness for this big one that, you know, all of California is thinking about, it's going to be helpful for you when it's your big one.